Hello, boys and girls. Since we're still in April for Poetry Month, I was going to share a few more poems with you. This is from the poet Robert Louis Stevenson, who was one of the very earliest child poets, like writing poetry for children. This book, it was actually my grandfather's, and it's over 100 years old. But these are poems my own children memorized when they were in elementary school like you. So the first one I'm going to share with you is called My Shadow. I have a little shadow that goes in and out with me, and what can be the use of him is more than I can see. He is very, very like me, from the heels up to the head, and I see him jump before me when I jump into my bed. The funniest thing about him is the way he likes to grow, not at all like proper children, which is always very slow. For he sometimes shoots up taller, like an India rubber ball, and he sometimes gets so little that there's none of him at all. He hasn't got a notion of how children ought to play, and can only make a fool of me in every sort of way. He stays so close beside me, he's a coward, you can see. I think shame to stick to Nursey, as that shadow sticks to me. One morning very early, before the sun was up, I rose and found the shining dew on every buttercup. But my lazy little shadow, like an errant sleepy head, he stayed at home behind me and was fast asleep in bed. Because you don't have a shadow when the sun isn't up, do you? So, my shadow, that was called. And here's a couple others. This is called The Swing. Now that it's getting nicer out in springtime, you might be out enjoying the swings. So, the swing. How do you like to go up in a swing, up in the air so blue? Oh, I do think it the pleasantest thing ever a child can do. Up in the air and over the wall, till I can see so wide, rivers and trees and cattle and all over the countryside. Till I look down on the garden green, down on the roof so brown. Up in the air I go flying again, up in the air and down. Swinging was one of my favorites when I was younger as well. And then one more called Time to Rise. It's just a short one. A birdie with a yellow bill hopped upon the windowsill, cocked his shining eye, and said, "Ain't you shamed, you sleepyhead?" Because that bird's up early, right? So again, Robert Louis Stevenson, you can look for some of his other poems. And again, I challenge you to memorize some of your own poems and share them with us, your teachers. That would be great. Hope all of you are healthy and doing well and able to get out and enjoy some sunshine. Love to you all.